Do you love the Coeur d'Alene area but hate the home prices? The average sales price in Coeur d'Alene in the past 12 months is $671,000. The median sales price was $555,000. That is not super welcoming to a first-time home buyer's budget. If you want to live in North Idaho but you are not ready to spend $500,000 on a home, I would encourage you to look at the Silver Valley, which is just east of Coeur d'Alene along I-90, like on your way to Montana. I have become more familiar with this area and I have a decent understanding of its pros and cons, and I believe we are going to see more growth east of Coeur d'Alene in the very near future. Thank you for watching. I make a new video on life and real estate here in North Idaho every week. I am a realtor in this area. I have been selling homes for coming up on 10 years. So if you are thinking about making a move, I would love to hear from you. My contact information is in the description down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a video. I do post a new video every week. Back to talking about the Silver Valley. How did this area get its name? It's due to the mining history of this area. The Silver Valley is famous nationwide for the vast amounts of silver, lead, and zinc mined from it. Between 1886 and 1982, more silver was excavated there than anywhere else on the planet. Silver Valley mines produce 7.5 million tons of lead, 6.25 million pounds of silver, 4 million pounds of zinc, and smaller amounts of copper and gold. The towns in the Silver Valley include Pinehurst, Cataldo, Kingston, Kellogg, Smelterville, and Wallace. I am not going to go through the features of each of these towns, but I have linked a website in the description down below that gives more information on each of them. Of these towns, I have spent the most time showing property in Pinehurst and Kellogg. I had a client whose price point was sub 300, and really this is where we needed to look because there wasn't like pretty much anything available in Coeur d'Alene. Homes in Pinehurst, we liked the homes in Pinehurst because the prices were more affordable than CDA, and it was also like pretty close in. It was only 30 minutes drive into Coeur d'Alene. There were plenty of options of homes under $300,000, although many of them still needed some work. And once you got into the $300,000 to $400,000 range, it seemed like that was a pretty good selection of properties, though out of budget for that buyer. Kellogg is a little bit further down 90. It is home to Silver Mountain Resort and historically is a mining town. I'll have to come back and do a video on Kellogg and Wallace as they are the larger towns in this area and probably worth a deep dive. Both of these towns have many older homes with lots of character. Let's talk about the home prices out here. Over the last 12 months, the average sales price in the Silver Valley was $299,000. The median sales price was $288,000, and homes are typically on the market for about 90 days. If you are interested in building a house and you can't afford to spend Coeur d'Alene prices on vacant land, keep in mind that the median sales price for a vacant lot in the Silver Valley is $95,000, much more affordable. This area is served by the Kellogg School District. The elementary school is in Pinehurst, and the middle and high school are both in Kellogg. And I have linked the website to the district office down below if you want to learn more. Let's go through some pros and cons about this area. The first pro is that while it is rural, it's still big enough to have a Walmart. The Wally World is in Smelterville on the western side of the valley. There's also a gym, Silver Valley Fitness, and that's in Kellogg. So like many small towns, you're not gonna have a lot of options when it comes to amenities, but hey, gym, grocery store, like all the basics you do have. A definite pro about this area is the proximity to Silver Mountain Ski Resort. If you haven't heard of Silver Mountain, look it up. I actually have not been yet, but I know many people who go regularly for skiing in the water park each winter, and it looks awesome. I hear great reports about it. It's a big draw. The resort, Silver Mountain Resort, is located in Kellogg, and there's also another ski resort called Lookout Pass, and that's closer to the Montana state line, so like past Wallace. And I have heard awesome things about that one as well. I did a video a while ago on ski resorts, and I'm gonna link that here if you want to learn more about the resorts within like an hour, hour and a half of Coeur d'Alene. All right, let's talk about cons of living in the Silver Valley. Due to the lengthy history of mining, this area has been contaminated with lead and is officially a Superfund site. You can Google Bunker Hill Superfund site to learn more, but here's a general overview. The long history of mining, and specifically the Bunker Hill fire, led to soil contamination in this area. The soil being contaminated led to water contamination, and so on and so forth. Environmental cleanup has been underway since the 1980s through coordinated efforts between federal, state, tribal, industrial, and local community groups. They have remediated over 7,000 residential yards, parks, commercial properties, and other areas, and they have also built a water treatment plant to remove metals from the water. It is closely monitored and tested frequently to make sure the population isn't at risk of exposure to metal contamination. When you buy a house in the Silver Valley, you are going to get a bunch of disclosures and soil reports, so you are informed every step of the way. Another con of this area is that you do have a few mountain passes. They are not crazy high elevations, but if you are working in Coeur d'Alene and making this drive back and forth every day, you should just keep that in mind. Make sure you're comfortable with it. It's I-90, so it's pretty well maintained. There's also pretty spotty cell phone service when you leave Coeur d'Alene, though it does get better once you are in Pinehurst. If you had never heard of the Silver Valley before, now you know. I think we are going to see lots of growth, especially on the western side of the valley, like closer to Coeur d'Alene, like Pinehurst and Cataldo. They are so close to Coeur d'Alene without those in-town prices. And if you want to see any listings in this area, just reach out to me and I will send them your way.